Hello, I have Anastasia from Albania here. Hello,
Hello.
how are you?
Hello, Yitka. Fine, thank you. What about you?
I'm good. Thank you for coming here and please tell me what is the situation with coronavirus in Albania?
Okay. So, as in every place in the world, we are dealing with coronavirus too. And actually, the first case here in Albania was in the 9th of March, as far as I remember. It was a Monday. It was Monday, yeah, when the first case. There were two people, two person with coronavirus. And after that, actually, the government, because since the medicine here, the hospitals, they are not very good, and the people know it, the government knows it. So the rules were really strict from the first week. The first day it was normal, but some days later, like 3 or 4 days later, the public transportation was locked, the schools were locked, and after a week, we had the lockdown,
Oh,
uh, and after that, the rules were really strict. All the army and the policemen were outside. Everybody began working from home. The ones who didn't work from home, who couldn't work from home, actually were like the production sector, the industry, and also the markets, the pharmacy, the hospitals, and things that are necessary to be open like 24 hours. But actually, uh, like for how 1 month and a half, or maybe 2 months from that day, all the people were allowed to work till 13 p.m. So the normal working time actually is till 5 p.m. or um, five and a
mhm.
half p.m. So everybody was allowed to be outside from the morning till 1 o'clock. If they find you after 1 o'clock p.m. outside, then you'd get a fine.
Do you know how much would
So
be the
yes,
fine?
I know that for the people walking, it would be like 10 euros. But of course, that for the cars, it was very high. It was like 100 euros and above. But I don't know actually. I don't
Okay.
have any too much information about this. Yeah, much or less. The markets were open, of course. They were open every day. And as I see in the other countries, here we didn't have any, crowdness in the markets because the people knew that they would be open like every day. Uh, the markets were giving masks by themselves if you don't have it, for example.
Mhm.
There were policemen outside in the door in the market so that they could arrange the queue so that they were not too close to each other. Mm, the bakeries also were opened, but actually I mean, for 2 months, from Friday 1 p.m. to Monday morning, everything was closed. So nobody was allowed to go outside, even to go in the market, even to go in the bakery. But it was good, I think. These rules made that the number of the cases now it's not very high, according to the other countries. And since the population here is not very high, it's like 2.5 million maybe in Albania. But according to this, the number is good. Like the total cases are like now around 800 and something. The total deaths are like around 30 people. And so now in the hospitals, most probably are like 200 people, which is a good number, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. And when you go outside during the design time, you have to wear masks or you don't have to?
Yeah, masks and gloves. Actually, some days before I went to the bank to make some payments, and it was like I didn't I didn't have the mask because I thought that maybe it's good not to wear it, since actually in some I'm not now in the capital city, since I'm not working for the moment, but I'm with my parents, and in my hometown now it's the government have said to some of the cities here as green cities, which means that no cases at all of coronavirus. So even in my hometown now, we had no cases of coronavirus till now. And I thought that maybe because of this reason, I could go to the bank without mask, but no. I went back, I took my mask, the gloves, and so I could enter.
Mm-hmm. And how does it work within those design hours? Were you able to travel, let's say, around Albania, or do you have to stay only in your city?
No, no. The public transportation is, I mean, is not working for the first weeks. But after that, of course, that the people that should go to work till till 1 p.m. Should should use it. That's why it was working, but not that much, you know. I mean, maybe it is less the number of the buses or whatever, but the transportation between the cities, no, it's not allowed. Even if you have a special case, like for example, for to go to a hospital or another thing that is urgent, you go to e-Albania, to the governmental site, and you take permission, and if you could get it, then you can go out of the city. All these rules are inside the city.
I see. So there are some policemen checking that nobody is leaving the city?
Yes. There are some policeman blocks or army, whatever, in the entrance of cities, who check if you have the authorization to go out or in the city or not. And if you don't have, then they, I guess that they give you a fine or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I guess it's not also allowed to leave the country, that the borders are closed, right?
Yes, yes. No, it's not allowed. But there were some flights, so that the people that couldn't turn back to Albania, that they were for job or to travel, they were stuck outside of Albania, and there were some planes, some flights that made the turning back possible, and that's all.
Mm-hmm. And was there anything like panic shopping in the beginning, like I saw in many countries, people were buying toilet paper and like that? Was there anything like that in Albania?
No, actually, the only problem here was with the bakery, since being in the home all the weekend from Friday to Monday morning, it's difficult. So you have to take like two or three breads, you know. So that was the only problem. But no, the queues in the markets, we didn't see them because the government said that they will be open all the time. So, but actually now the rules are better. They have released a little bit the transportation, not between the cities, but for example, the working time now it's normal till 5 o'clock in the afternoon. But of course, after half past 5, everybody should be home again.
Mm-hmm. I see. Okay, thank you so much for coming here to tell me about the situation in Albania. It was interesting to listen to what are the rules there. So thank you so much.
Thank you to you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you and bye bye.
Bye bye.